Well, good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you. It is Tuesday, April the 2nd. This is a painful video. This is an update that I did not want to do. Thankfully, I've had some time to kind of think a little bit and reflect. But yeah, let's just dive into the meat and potatoes. As you can see, looking at this area right here and the amount of trades here, definitely went on tilt this afternoon. A bit of revenge trading, did not work out so well. I'm pretty sick to my stomach, especially with this account 21. PA 21 is an account that we had almost at payout. That account, we were looking to take a payout this week. I was hoping to get a payout on Friday. Needed 104 today, 104 tomorrow, 104 on Friday would get us to 52.7, $100 over the threshold. This morning that account was at 52,284.40, so 22.84 in profit. And it is now at 373 in profit. Yep, that is correct. $373. We lost almost $1,800 on that account today, just because I was stupid. And there's not much more to say than just I got caught in one of those trading funks. I kind of felt it that I was going on tilt, a bit of revenge trading, and thankfully I stopped when I did, but the damage had already been done. The big move today was pre-market. We had a great bearish move early in the morning, and I capitalized in here, got some profits on my take profit funded account. That account's at 1,000 in profit, so that's a good win for today. Also got a little bit of a couple wins on the other funded accounts with Apex 30 and 31. We had $100 in those, so that's good. But unfortunately, account 21, and this is the account that we have traded so well over the last, since we've had that account. I did take a payout with that account, but that account I've traded now for 21 days, took one payout, and today we had a massively red day. So the second red day ever on that account, and it was a bad one. Almost 1,800 in losses. So yeah, that's a rough one. That's a really, really tough day. But yeah, as of a whole, looking at the account, we did some damage today. Two back-to-back red days here. I've had several red days. Four out of the last 6 days have been red. Definitely need to change that. Just definitely not trading that well. And ironically, the market really, I even called it this morning at some point. I was watching Nutty Stream, and I was just mentioned, I guess, in chat. I didn't really call it, but I just mentioned in chat that we had the big move. Are we now going to just do the sideways action for the day? And that's exactly what we did until very much the end of the day. We had a little bit of move here, but by then the damage I had done was already too much. And yeah, it is what it is. There's not a whole lot to say. I mean, if you look at the market, this is the hourly chart. And again, this was the pre-market move. And then we opened today, had a big little dip down, and we just kind of fizzled for most of the day right in this 300 range. I think it was a 300 range. Yeah, 286, 285. I mean, that's where the day sat, and there's just nothing happening. And to kind of bring you full circle, so this morning I had a couple bad trades with this account. I was also copy trading, I think, account 29. That's why that account is so badly in drawdown. That one's almost blown. But I was copy trading those two for the most of the day, and I got into a couple bad trades, and I was down I want to say I was down, I forget, maybe 400 to 600, somewhere in there. And then I took a couple of the trades here and ended up even worse. I think it was down about 800, and I said, okay, I'm done. I'm going to stop trading that account today. It's too much. And I wanted to switch to one of the other PAs, and I forget which account it was, and I forgot to change my account number up here at the top when I'm trading, and I went and entered another trade, and it was on this account again, and it was a losing trade. I think it was this trade here, another 100. I was actually in with two contracts, and I lost another 300. And so at that point, I'm like, well, I'm going to just start chipping away at it, and I did. And I was not on tilt during this session. It was really right here at the end. And I kind of chipped away at it, And right here we had these two major candles. This is what, about a 15, I guess they're not that big, 15-point candles. So they're not that big, but just out of the normal range. We had a major, I thought we were going low, short here. I was actually short here, 2 contracts. And we ended up going all the way back up here and then all the way back down. Again, went short, and we came all the way back up and had this big rip up. I did a little chase trade here, and we came back down. I thought we were going to continue to break, and we kind of had this level here, and I had been noticing it that this 275 seemed to be a bit of a floor, and we just couldn't quite drop down below it. And I thought, well, maybe eventually we'll get this move high, which I thought we were getting here. And then here I entered another trade short and just ended up being a bad loser. And it was just at this point right through here is where I started to kind of, I was like, I'm going to get this back. I'm going to make some money back. And the train, or it's just, feels bad. Feels very, very, very bad to give up that much. And I told myself here, several weeks ago when I had a $2,000 loss on a PA. I think 1 or 2 PAs I had a big loss on. I told myself I would not do that again, and here we are. So shame on me, but it is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. The good news, I guess, is this is not quite right. This is a Trade Evade account. This is now my last Trade Evade account because I did blow up this near-death one. I lost 2 of the near-death accounts today. Account 19 and account 27 went bye-bye. See you later. Which is okay. I mean, I've been battling these things for a couple of weeks, and it's so hard to trade them. Did make a couple dollars back on 28, which is another near-death one, and I guess now we have a second near-death one in 29 because we had such a bad loss on it today, and we have about $87 left in drawdown there. So really where we kind of end today, this account's actually at 50,491 is the actual number. Because it's a Trade Evade account, this data is not quite correct. So I have about 400 in drawdown available on this account. So it is savable, is revivable, but I've got this account that's in pretty, well, I wouldn't say it's in pretty good shape. This account, and then I've got 30 and 31. So I've got 3, we'll call them okay PAs. And then I've got my take profit funded account, which is actually in good shape, up $1,000, and then I've got 2 near-death ones. So we're down to 6 accounts, and I did blow up this stupid eval today. I did go in this morning session. We had the news around 10 o'clock. I did go in with 3 contracts, got caught on this bad wick, and ended up losing that account. So unfortunately, it is what it is. I don't know if I want to do this. I really, really like trading, but I've really thought about taking a day or two and just taking a break. Today was a bad day, and I'm not in a down spirit necessarily because of it. I'm more frustrated with myself for allowing myself to continue trading when I knew things weren't going that well. I mean, the damage had kind of been done. We were picking away at this. I did lose this take profit eval because I wasn't paying attention. I completely forgot that I was trading that account along with these other ones. I was focused on my PAs, and I was copy trading this eval and hit the $1,100 marker. So I blew that account because you can't lose $1,100 in a day. I was just dumb. Today I was just dumb. And when I saw this happening, I should have just stayed out. But anyway. So it goes. So we'll see what tomorrow holds. I'm going to see how my trading goes. If I have a couple winners, I might trade. If the market looks good, I might trade a little bit. But I really think if things don't go very well, I'm probably just going to shut the charts down and just take a little break. We're probably not going to get to payout. I've got 3 days. I need about $1,000 on PA 30 to get it to a payout. So, that's doable, but it's also $1,000. So anyway, we got our payout today, or we got our deposit into the bank today from the last payout. So that feels good, and that's a bit of a win, I guess, today. But just one of them days. We did get the move out of this zone. We finally broke out of this, 400 to 600 range that we've been in. But then, as has kind of been typical of this NQ recently, we just went sideways, like we just looked at. I mean, it was just a sideways day. We have one big move, and then it's just junk. So anyway, kind of curious to see what this thing does in the overnight. Are we going to, fiddle around in here, and then are we going to be, is tomorrow going to be a 370 to 150 range? Is that going to be where we're sitting at? If you go back historically, I mean, we were kind of in that chop city for quite a while. Not really chop city, because we did have some nice moves here early March, end of February, early March. But yeah, just kind of curious to see what this thing does, and I'm going to try to just come back tomorrow with my head straight. I did add ES on the charts today. I didn't trade it, but I'm going to start watching ES. I drew in a couple of levels. I'm not sure that I have them quite right, but just I'm trying to identify, hey, where are key points, and trying to put some levels on paper today with ES. I didn't really pay attention to it at all today, but right here would have been a really nice long entry, and this market kind of bounced up. This is kind of a range area that I had drawn out early this morning, so maybe we'll have to take a look at ES possibly, but yeah, that is that. All is not lost. We still have several funded accounts, $1,000 in profit on the pro account, which is good, and still have a couple PAs that are still in decent shape. So we'll work at that and try to get a couple of these last evals passed. I know I have a few more coming. I believe it might be another week before I have some evals rebilling. So the 80% off code or sale with Apex is over tonight. I'm sure they'll have some new special, so stay tuned for that. We'll try to have an update tomorrow for that. Once again, thank you very much, everyone that's using my code, whether it's the BVLSTBTS code with Apex or the BCT code, which always gets you the best deal here with Take Profit Trader. So thank you very much. Thanks for the support. I'm not going to get too down on myself. I've had payouts. We're doing quite well, really, overall, as the year has gone. For not longer than I've been trading, I feel like I've definitely made some progress. So today's just one of those learning days. That's what we're going to chalk it up as. So I'm going to sign off, try to have a good night, and we'll see what tomorrow holds. We'll see if we trade much at all or not, and we'll try to have another update for you tomorrow night, and we'll go from there. So long.